whakarongo ki te tangi a te korimako. Kōrero flowing out the hook of force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds, kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā kona whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira hira whakarongo pi kari kari mai. Hare hare mai, o Taringa hare hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody. Gather up close everybody. Kani move that body. Kani move that body.
Ngā taringa ki wi, ngā taringa ki wā, nau mai hoki mai, anei rā māua, ko te puaheiri, e mihi nei atu i te pokapū o Taringa, anei ki te piki, auahi o te Awamutu, bustling metropolis, i raro i ngā manaakitanga a te wānanga o Aotearoa. Tēnā koutou te iwi, just, well, not just, but moio koe.
Moio. Just being the operative word for a lot of things.
It's just me and te puaheiri, eh?
Yes,
me and te puaheiri.
It's Paraone and I.
I think it's me and te puaheiri.
It's always and I.
Why? Why te puaheiri?
Ua, kia aune ko te whakaaro nui.
See, in this way, it's easier to say it in Māori. Ko māua nake.
Ko māua, it's just us.
Yeah.
We are bereft of Erika, koia te matu o tēnei kōrero.
A koe nā hoki. Yeah. Me ngā whakatika mai a tētahi i a tāua, ko te ai.
Ko te ai. Te mea matua.
Te ai ki te reo Pākehā.
Ko te ai.
Ana. Koe no, ana i māua e mihi nei ki a koutou. Nau mai hoki mai, kia huri tātou ki tā tātou kiwaha.
Ko tā tātou kiwaha i tēnei wiki, ko te mahi a te tangata.
Oh, pai!
E, te mahi a te tahi mea.
Te mahi a te tehi mea. Nice one.
An expression of abundance. So you go to a concert, oh, peha te konohete i te wikine. Oh, pai e hoa, te mahi a te tangata i reira.
Lots of people,
Lots
of
of people
there.
Yeah. So, you know, if you were to translate, it's the work of the person, but meaning it's full of people.
I recall a composition I did for Te Wakahuia, and in the composition, it was a pātere, and I spoke about te mara te tahuri.
Te mara te tahuri.
Yeah, te mara a te tahuri, and taku mohi ko te tahuri he tupuna e wahine a rongonui ki te whakatupu kūmara.
Oh, kia ora.
And the line, kei reira te mahi a te kūmara.
Kia ora.
That's where the abundance of kūmara is.
Plentiful, yeah, choice.
Yeah, so koe nā anō te tehi tauira.
Yeah, pai tēnā.
He anō e tehi?
Oh, I've used it, things like, pēha te kai, te mahi a te kaura, I runga i ngā tēpu.
Lots of crayfish, lots of
crayfish, yeah.
Wonder if you could say, man, tērā hui, te mahi a te pōrangi.
Yeah, te mahi a te pōrangi is full of herrits.
Oh, it's both literal and a kiwaha there.
Yes, yeah.
You know, the pōrangi, the deeds they're doing, and saying there's heaps of pōrangi
Yeah, the activity of idiots.
Yeah, the activity of lots of idiots. Te mahi a te pōrangi.
Yeah, so there you go, e te iwi, and I tēnei kōrero ko te mahi a te wehi.
Ai, e tahuri ana ko hoki mai a Paki Kēhua. Yeah, just to share before we get into the kōrero. This is based on a kōrero from within my immediate whānau. Oia no, whakarongo mai.
Me whakarongo pi kari kari.
It was the afternoon of what had been a hot, sunny Hamilton day at a weekend in 1974. Summers in the Waikato are something else, dry and still, bereft of wind or even the soft kiss of any sort of breeze. Hinero Mati, the summer maiden, imprisons people in their slightly cooler homes where linoleum floors and icy homemade lemonade provide some comfort. In contrast, others flee to the ocean at Whaingaroa. The lucky ones have caravans there. Some even hazard a dip in the deep green waters of Waikato, swallow of greenstone, abode of tuna, riverweeds, snags and taniwha. If you were in Spain, you'd be having a siesta, but here in Aotearoa, the late-of-day chorus sings with cicadas that seem to compete with the monotonous drone of lawnmowers. This is the cacophony of a typical New Zealand summer. Of course, kids don't mind the heat like adults, and daylight saving is a magical time where the days are made much longer, which means more play. If only Maui had thought of putting the hands to his watch backwards. Once upon a Taima, 3 children, Freeman, Marianne and Justine Gloin, who lived at 103 Limu Street, Forest Lake, are in the shadows of their Scarlet Oak Line driveway being kids. Mrs. Yvonne Gloin, their mum, is inside getting some veggies ready for tea, which she will have on the table with fried lamb chops when it's dark and the stifling heat has calmed down. Dad is away on another shearing contract for a few more days. It was shearing that took Lindsay Gloin to the valley of Wairaka, where his gang was made up with whānau from the local hapu, of which he married into. This was one of the first marriages in the tribe of a Māori and Pākehā. The humming song of next door's lawnmower draws the children's attention, and all three go over to the fence to see if old man Henry, their neighbour, is in the mood for a bit of a game. Freeman yells out,
"Hey, Henry!"
Henry looks over with a warm grin. He's wearing his favourite pair of boots, with dark brown corduroys and a red flannel shirt he's rolled up to his elbows. His crumpled khaki felt hat that's seen better days shadows his face from the late afternoon sun.
Hello there, Freeman.
Hello, Henry.
How's your parents?
They're good. Mum's making tea and Dad's away shearing.
You know, you three should be in there helping your mum.
Nah, Mum says we're hoha and just get in the way.
Where's your two little sisters?
They're around here somewhere.
Marianne hears Henry. He does not see that she's crouched hiding behind the blue hydrangeas. Her little sister of 2 years, Justine, is beside her. Marianne has a branch as a pretend gun. She's preparing to ambush Henry.
Marianne, I want to play.
Shh, Justine. We're playing a game of cops and robbers. But I'm going to fire off first, then you, okay?
Huh?
I'll shoot. I'll go bang bang. Then you.
Yeah, bang bang. Bang bang.
Shh. Henry will hear you.
Henry turns the lawnmower off, and half expecting Marianne and Justine to jump out from behind the hydrangeas, he walks vigilantly towards the fence. His grin has turned into a full smile now, as he has not seen the little one in a while now. Justine, the youngest, the little one, was his favourite of the three. He loved her very much, and in a way thought of her as his little one, his mokopuna. Inside 103 Limu Street, Mrs. Gloin has just put the spuds into boiling water on the stove and prepared some fresh green beans, all of which she grew herself in the mara. The phone rings. She turns the spuds down after adding a good lot of salt and goes to answer the phone.
Hello, Yvonne speaking.
Kia ora, iwai. E pe whiana?
Auntie Naki. Kia ora. I'm good, me koe hoki. I haven't heard from you in a while.
I'm good, wai. Tino pai. You know, busy with my mahi following our queen, te mea. I've hui e turanga waiwai in a couple of days, so I thought I'd come and stay with you fellas for a night.
Yvonne smiles. Only her closest kaumātua call her Wai, a shortened version of the name given to her by one of her father's good friends, who was also a relation to her mother.
Ka pai, Auntie. That will be lovely.
Iwai, e pe whiana tō tāne Pākehā.
He's well, Auntie. Away shearing down Tekauiti somewhere at the moment. Be back next week.
Oh, ne. I was looking forward to seeing him. Hard case, your tāne Pākehā.
He thinks you're hard case too, Auntie.
Yeah, yeah. He's good, your tāne. Doesn't mind telling me that my mahi is all mumbo jumbo.
You know he's just joking.
Engari mo tēnā. He's straight up the guts and telling me what he believes, which is good. That's why you two are good together.
Nani Naki, or Auntie Naki, is a wise kuia who is a grand auntie to Mrs. Gloin on her mother's side. She's respected throughout Waikato as a tohunga and matakite. An unassuming kuia with a warm smile, loving eyes, a sense of humour, and big mana.
How's your mara going? Any kamo?
You know I always grow kamo, Auntie. Gotta have a kamo and a weno with the boilies.
Hehe, koia hoki. And a paka. It's good to hear you still have a mara, even though you're in Hamilton.
They continue having a yarn while outside Henry has gotten nearer to the fence. Marianne is ready to pounce. Her gun is cocked and ready to fire. Henry is ready too for the barrage of make-believe bullets. He'll be quick to draw though. He's already turned his hand into a gun.
Ha-ha! Bang, bang!
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang!
I got you first, Henry.
Henry clutches at his heart. He's quite out of breath and lightheaded. He thought it was the heat, but it feels like something's wrong. Very, very wrong.
Look, he's gone down. Whoa, you should be in a movie, Henry. You're a great actor.
Through blurry eyes, while on the ground looking sideways, Henry tries to tell the children something is wrong. The last thing he sees and says is,
Little one.
Mom! Mom!
Hoi hoi, I'm on the phone to your nanny Naki.
Mom! Henry has fallen over and won't get up. You need to come.
What? Jeez, what happened?
Hea te mate e wai.
Sorry, Auntie, I've got to go.
E pai ana. I'm heading off to your Uncle George's birthday dinner down at the RSA. Ka kiti a koutou a pōpō, ne?
Aye, Auntie. See you tomorrow when you get here.
the ambulance is long gone. There was no point in having the sirens on, as Henry was dead. Lots of the other neighbours had come outside to see what all the drama was about. Not trying to help or anything, just nosy. You could hear different ones make their comments as the ambulance had driven off.
Bloody terrible. Heart attack, I think. It was a fit old bugger. There you go.
Nonetheless, what a way to go.
Yeah, that's bloody right, Celia. 1 minute you're playing with a bunch of kids, and then next you're dead. Just like that. Gone.
After all the commotion, Mrs. Gloyn had calmed the children down and even gotten them to eat some dinner before bed. It was Justine she was most worried about. Being the youngest and somewhat closest to Henry, he called her his little one. Mrs. Gloyn sips the last of her sherry down and butts out her smoke before going to tuck the children in for the night. She passes through the sitting room where some of her weaving adorns the walls. She's quite chuffed at what she's accomplished in her time with the Māori Women's Welfare League, learning waiata, going to hui, and learning to make piu-piu and poi out of raupo. She's put so much time and love into her mahi. She smiles and touches the peacock feathers gifted to her by a school she did some Māori arts and crafts with recently. Since being away from the homestead, the pā, and the extended whānau, her time with the Māori Women's Welfare League had filled a hole. Although her father didn't approve of her doing Māori things, she mutters his words to herself. You will work in the Pākehā world, and your sister Uru will walk in the Māori world. She thought to herself that having a Pākehā husband would be enough, and moving away from home and having half-caste children. Mrs. Gloyn proceeds down the hallway. She notices that there's a bit of a chill, which is odd, considering how hot it was today, and every night the past few weeks has been muggy and sticky. She grabs her dressing gown from her room on her way down the hallway. Freeman and Marianne are just walking out of the bathroom after brushing their teeth.
Night, Mum.
Night, Mum.
E moira. Good night. You fellas warm? It's gotten cold.
Cold? Mum, I'm hot as. Maybe it's just you.
Well, you could be just me. Well, haere ki te moi anyway. Where's Justine?
She's already in bed. She's cold too.
Mrs. Gloyn goes to check on Justine.
You still awake?
Justine is in her bed with the covers pulled up around her. She's shivering.
Jeez, are you makariri?
Justine just nods. Mrs. Gloyn can see that she's been crying. Her eyes are red and she looks quite distraught.
It's okay, bub. You'll be okay. Here's another blanket to keep you warm.
Mrs. Gloyn tucks in Justine and notices she's staring at the doorway before she closes her eyes shut. Marianne jumps into her bed. She shares the room with her little sister.
Good night, Mum. It's cold in here.
Here, put another blanket on. Okay, I'm going to bed now. E moi rā. See you in the morning. Nani Naki will be here tomorrow.
Oh, Nani Naki.
Mrs. Gloin kisses Marianne goodnight, then kisses Justine on the forehead. Justine has her eyes shut tight and almost looks like she's trying to hide in the covers. Mrs. Gloin turns the light off and pulls her dressing gown around her neck in an attempt to shut out the cold she feels. Still, it seems to creep down her back.
Seems to be getting colder.
The hands of the clock in the hallway tell her it's just after 9 p.m. Tick, tock, tick, tock. She goes to her room, hops into bed, and even though she's put on an extra blanket, she keeps her dressing gown on. She switches off the bedside lamp. It takes a while for her to fall asleep. She has images from the afternoon going through her head. Along with the cold, it unsettles her. She thinks of doing a karakia, but convinces herself there's no need to. After a time, she finally drifts off to sleep.
What the bloody hell?
Startled from her unsettled sleep, Mrs. Gloin jumps out of bed. The clock's hands are at 10:30. Tick, tock, tick, tock. She goes quickly to Marianne and Justine's room. Switching on the light, as she comes into the room, she sees Justine is sitting up in bed with a look of terror on her face. Her lips are quivering, and she is pointing to the doorway out into the hallway. Her hand is trembling. The room feels even colder.
Bub, what's the matter?
Mrs. Gloin holds her daughter close, consoling her as she rocks on the bed. Justine has turned her face away from the bedroom door. Mrs. Gloin senses something is there. She catches a glimpse of a shadow, but thinks it's just the light playing tricks.
No, get it right.
There, Bub. Nobody is there. You must have had a nightmare. You're okay. Mum's got you.
Mrs. Gloin tried to mask the fear in her voice. She knew there was something not right. She rocked Justine for what seemed like hours, although only 10 or so minutes had passed. Justine had sobbed herself back to sleep, so Mrs. Gloin put her back in bed.
Ka pai. E moi, Bub. Mum's going to the water to have a whakarite for us. Better late than never.
Yawning, she walked towards the bedroom door. The hallway was in deep darkness. She felt silly for not turning any other lights on in the house. Gingerly, she walked towards the doorway and the gloom beyond.
Don't be silly. Get a hold of yourself.
She stepped into the hallway and sighed with relief as she switched the light on. The clock said 11:05. Tick, tock, tick, tock. She went down to the bathroom, which had a little room off the side of it with the washing machine. She noticed the old grey woolen blanket lying on the floor. The blanket she had put over Henry as he lay on the lawn next door, dead.
Bloody hell! The blanket! What was I thinking? Bringing that blanket in here.
At seeing the blanket, she felt more in need of a karakia. Her mum had taught her to whakarite. She could hear her voice.
If you can't get to the river, to Pūniu, me haere noa ki te wai, run the tap and say your karakia and sprinkle the wai over you.
She turned the tap just so the water trickled. She started her karakia.
E mihi ana ki te atua, whakahonore tia te ariki nui te ataira. What the bloody hell?
Mom! Mom, I'm scared. Mom, let's go. I can't get it open.
Mrs. Gloin got to Justine's bedroom. She could hear Justine crying and Marianne trying to open the door on the other side. Freeman had run out of his room and was now clinging to his mother. It was absolute mayhem. clock said 11:30 p.m. Tick, tock. To add to the chaos, someone was knocking at the front door. Mrs. Gloin had never felt more grateful to hear the voice of Auntie Naki.
Yes, Auntie. Freeman, go and let your Nanny Naki in.
But Mum, I'm scared. I don't want to leave you.
Nanny Naki is here now. We'll be okay. Go and open the door. It's locked.
Freeman reluctantly pulled himself from his mother. Hurriedly, he walked down the hallway towards the front door. He got a surprise as he neared the door. It was wide open, and Nanny Naki was standing there with a big smile, holding her kete and a little glass bottle of water, which she had started sprinkling over herself in the doorway.
Nanny Naki, how'd you get in without a key?
I don't need a key. Hara mai e moko, give Nanny a kiss.
Nanny Naki enveloped Freeman in her
Glad
warm
you're
embrace.
here, Nanny.
He couldn't understand what she was whispering after she kissed him, but he knew it was a karakia, and he felt safe. She sprinkled some water over him and gave him her kete.
I don't like this.
E noho, stay in the sitting room and look after my kitty. I'm going to sort that fellow out.
Nanny Naki made her way calmly down the hallway, sprinkling wai and uttering karakia as she went. Her casual, collective demeanour was a complete contrast to the utter panic she encountered at the other end of the passage. Over this, she heard the clock. It was now midnight. Tick, tock, tick, tock.
Hey, yeah, still got that clock. Bloody hoi thing it is. Tick, tock, tick,
What's
tock.
going on?
Auntie, help!
E pai ana, nuku atu. Move over.
I thought you were coming tomorrow, but I'm bloody glad you're here now.
I was coming tomorrow, but my karere came to see me at the birthday and said I better come over tonight. You have an unwelcome visitor that needs to get on his way.
It was known amongst the whānau that Nanny Naki had a karere, a messenger in the form of a pīrairaka, who would turn up at all sorts of hui, no matter where Nanny Naki was, to let her know she was needed.
Auntie, the door won't open.
I know, nuku atu, they're awake.
Mrs. Gloin stepped aside and Nanny Naki walked up to the door. Her face was resolute, her eyes focused. She bellowed out her command.
Kua kina te kuaha I naia nei. E ki ka haramai koe ki te whakararu I taku mokopuna. O kokohua mā, tēnā hua kina te kuaha.
And just like that, the door opened. Marianne came running out while Justine was sitting up in the bed, her feet pointing out the bedroom door. She was crying and pointing to the end of her bed. Nanny Naki growled who, or whatever, was standing at the foot of Justine's bed.
Ko wai koe, e ki. E puta koe I naia nei. Get out! No, you can't have my mokopuna. She's not your little one. Whakangaro ye a koe, now!
Did I hear right? Did she say little one?
Mrs. Gloin felt a draft and could have sworn she felt someone pass by her out into the hallway and down the passage.
Haramai e moko, haramai.
Mrs. Gloin and Nanny Naki went to Justine, who had calmed down a bit. When Mrs. Gloin went to embrace her daughter, she winced, as her daughter's head was swarming with kutu.
Auntie, she didn't have those before.
Ai, e tohu anō era. No good. I'll put her up.
Nanny Naki continued with her karakia, then after sprinkling some water on Justine and Mrs. Gloin, she laid her hands upon Justine's head. Justine stopped crying almost immediately. When she removed her hands, the infestation of head lice had disappeared completely.
Right, now this bugger is in the whare and does not want to go. Engari, me haere ia, you stay here.
Nanny Naki got up, leaving Justine and her mother in the bedroom. Mrs. Gloin could hear her Auntie Naki walking around the whare, saying karakia every now and again and growling at the spiritual presence that had caused all the trouble. By now, Freeman and Marianne had come into the room on the bed with their mother and their little sister. All four of them squashed into the bed, huddled together in each other's embrace while they listened to Nani Naki doing her thing through the house. Mrs. Gloin sensed a calm had come over the whare now, and the cold feeling had gone. She heard Nani Naki making her way down the hallway, humming a mōteate of some sort.
Aia, kua pau taku hau. Time for a moi. Me koe tahi e wai. Go to sleep and we'll kōrero in the morning.
Nani Naki lay down on Marianne's bed and fell asleep instantly. Mrs. Gloin held her children and drifted off to sleep too. It is morning. The children are still asleep, but Mrs. Gloin and Nani Naki were up having a kapa.
Kua pai nei e wai. A ceremonies way.
Ko wai ia. Who was it?
E mohi o ke ana koe. It was your neighbour, Henry.
Yvonne did not make any effort to hide her astonishment.
Koe a hoki. I don't know why you're surprised. He petted that girl, loved her a little bit too much. Then, kamate. And didn't want to go. Too attached to her.
I can't believe it.
Yes, you can. You bought that blanket in the whare that you put on him when he died.
How did you know? You weren't here.
Doesn't matter. I know. Anyway, I've done what I need to do. Now you have a job. No good now, because you'll be thinking about it. Bad wairua in your whakaro. Nō reira, tahuna. And he jumped into one of your pew-pew hanging on the wall. Burn that too.
Mrs. Gloin looked at her auntie incredulously.
But why?
Attachment, that's why. And those peacock feathers you got, he kino era. No good, peacock feathers. Burn those too.
Oh, but Auntie, I love them.
Yes, you do. But do you love them as much as your daughter? No. Nō reira, tahuna. Koina, kua mitu a hau. You do what you need to do. And kua pai. He won't come back.
Mrs. Gloin heard something chirping. Nani Naki looked over her niece's shoulder to the window and stood up. Mrs. Gloin turned to see a pīrairaka sitting outside the window.
Kapai, my ride be here soon.
Mrs. Gloin hugged her auntie tightly. She was so relieved and thankful.
Thank you, Auntie. Ka nui te aroha.
E pai ana e wai, e pai ana. Hoi anō, make sure you do what I told you, ne? Oh, and get rid of that clock in the hallway too.
The clock? What's wrong with the clock?
Hoi, hoi, bloody thing. That's what's wrong. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Bloody hoha.
I'll stop talking to my neighbours now.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, that kōrero was a kōrero that I grew up with. My mother, who's Mrs. Gloin and Yvonne, a tāna ingoa Māori ko te Waingongo. I heard this quite a lot, and I used to ask for her to tell me.
Oh, yes,
the kōrero. Is it that I would remember things that I had forgotten?
Yeah.
Or did she add things to the story
each time,
or the retelling that she had left out? What is interesting to me now in my iau e noho pakeke nei, I'm now an adult, and sharing in the kōrero with my sisters in the story, so these are my two older sisters, and then my tuakana, the eldest. While they're in there, they never actually talked about it. Mum didn't talk to them about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're in the story, but they don't actually know a lot of the kōrero that are shared in there.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I did take a bit of artistic license because taku mōhio, this happened over 2 nights.
Okay, yep.
Engari, for the sake of the production, I put that into one night, but I wanted everybody to sort of get an idea of the person, because I never met Nani Naki.
Oh, okay, yes.
I remember going to her tangi as a very young boy. It's only recently that I've realised the bus that I was on as a young boy stopping at Taupiri at some godly hour in the morning and not knowing we're at Taupiri.
Yes.
And the rain. And I've sort of cross-referenced it with other stories of us travelling up to her tangihanga, that I was on the bus to her tangihanga.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So I would have met her, but I don't remember her. So there's some things in there that are from another, one of the things, the karere.
Aye.
Where I talk about the pirairaka.
Aye.
That was her karere. That's from another kōrero that I've included in there. Again, from within our whānau.
Aye.
Of this pirairaka turning up. Might make it into this other kōrero.
Yeah, that'll be great. It's so interesting. What I liked is that it brought about memories of those type of people that were around. I think that there's some still around, but they're so in touch.
Yeah.
And no te ao kōhatu.
Ana.
E hikoi ana I ngā taha e rua.
Yeah.
Their karere you were saying. And then we talked about tohu in one of our other episodes, but also the themes in there of whakapono and what you have at your own disposal or your own abilities to clear things such as, some wairua in your house, some poke, and to be mindful of when there's a mate close to you in your family.
Yes.
Well, your whare.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it said he tried on a pew-pew in there.
Yeah. Well, Mum had used one of their blankets, her blankets.
Yes, the blankets.
To put over him when he passed away.
Aye.
And that happened when they were playing. So my sister went to make believe shoot him and he went down, but he actually died.
Yeah.
And then Mum went to cover up the tūpāpaku with this praikete. And then afterwards when the tūpāpaku was taken, not thinking, she took the blanket back into the whare.
Yeah, of course.
And all the chaos.
And all the chaos, yeah.
Plus he had petted my sister.
Yes.
Yeah, from what I've been told, he was a nice man. So I want to say that to the wairua of Henry,
yes,
that I don't mean for him to come across as a bad person, and I tried to illustrate that in the start.
Yeah.
But that wairua had an attachment
that
was keeping it from moving on.
Aye, tika.
Yeah.
To leave him of those earthbound ties, yeah.
I've had a wānanga with myself because people ask, well, why do you have to burn these things? Yeah, I mean, I understand the blanket.
Yep.
And that was actually my interpretation of why
Mum
had to burn some of her things.
Yep.
And I need to get over that with peacock feathers.
Yeah, peacock feathers.
Don't like peacock feathers. They're beautiful.
Yes, yep.
But because of that story of hearing it as a young boy.
Nā reira, I whakatohu mate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He tohu kino.
Tohu kino.
E ai ki taku kuia ki anaki.
Yeah.
Kare pai. E pōwhiri wairua kino tērā.
Aye.
Te hu maiko o te pīkake. But that is something within us about peacock feathers.
Yeah.
And I remember this one time, Nahuia was going to buy these earrings and they were made out of peacock feathers. And I said, kau. Yeah, kaua. But interestingly, there's some other, and it's not even a bird, it's not native, it's not endemic.
Yeah.
Kia tātou. Engari koinei ngā whakaaro o te kuia.
Aye.
Yeah, so it's become a part of my belief system.
Yes, as things do with other whānau.
Is it a superstition?
Yeah, just like certain puti we don't have around.
Ana.
Lily.
Yeah, lilies.
Yeah,
because traditionally lilies were given at tangihanga.
Aye, so you wouldn't tempt fate putting them in the house of living. Ka pai, even the setting, I think the narration at the setting just takes someone back to those summers in old houses. That's all I could hear.
Kia ora.
And those grandfather clocks, man, why are old people always hit them in the hallways next to the toilet too? That's how I could see it.
Exactly, you don't hear that sound anymore.
No way you don't.
So that was actually a bit of me coming out in there because Nan had a clock like that.
Yep.
I'm talking about my grandmother as a niece to Nani Naki. So Nani Naki is my great-grandfather's sister. And for me, the retelling of the stories about Nani Naki, this was a big one for me because they talked about within our whānau and the generation that knew her, they've all nearly gone.
Kia ora.
So when I go out and people hear that she's my kuia, like for instance, Che, he shared with me a kōrero about her that she went down to Ngāti Rangi to do some work down there.
Oh, wow.
That she was called for. E pērā tana mana.
Yeah.
And also she was a healer, but she was a tohunga. She was respected as a tohunga.
Aye.
I roto i tērā ao.
Te mahi a ngā kōrero i roto nei.
Yeah. Me te mana o te wahine.
Te mana o te wahine. Yeah.
I hihi a rāhau ki a rangona te rāhuatanga I roto I tēnei kōrero. And instead of changing names, you know, I asked my sisters and my brother if they were comfortable with their own names being used. So tēnā koutou.
Yeah, tēnā koutou.
Love you, my brother and my sisters. Because I'm sharing from our whānau and wanted it to be real, genuine, authentic, with a little bit of artistic license in there.
Kamutu ka noho tēnei hei manutunga.
Ana.
O te whānau.
It is.
Yeah.
Tika, he taonga tēnei.
He taonga, ai.
He taonga tēnei. It inspired me to collect, well, not collect, but write down the other stories and kōrero I've heard about Naninaki popping into situations and things like that. You know, there's one about her going up north. And,
that's been interesting kōrero.
Yeah. So, kia ora Naninaki. And when I was writing this, when I was finishing it off, it was I got up at about 4 a.m. and I've got a beautiful photograph of her. So as I was writing it, and I thought to myself, well, if karei e whakai, she will let me know.
Ka tohua.
Yeah. And I had a karakia too. But it's not just about putting the story down for people to listen to on Taringa, but koutou mai whakarongo ana. There could be something in here for you.
Yes, tika.
It could be a realisation of something that's happened I roto I tō whānau.
As it usually happens, and there's a realisation, it's the hindsight
Ana.
in certain things, certain aspects. Because you can't think that way. Well, you don't usually get time to think that way.
Yeah.
In those situations,
The going to the water and just questioning with my mum. She was sort of represented the person or those times when we think, should I have a karakia or shouldn't I?
Yes, yeah. Listen to your gut.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're already thinking that, you should probably be having a karakia.
And to sit and regret, it feels worse than doing it. Because what it is, the analytical mind gets in the way sometimes, I think, with the heart.
Ana.
When the heart's going to do this and you're like, that's pretty silly.
Ana.
Or you're worried about what people might think of you doing something. But is that where you got the practice of running the tap?
Yeah.
Because I've seen you do that and I was like, true, because ko oku whakaro he wai ko tā hawa hawatia.
Ana.
Engari kei roto tonu he wai.
Ana. Poe's teachings were different.
Yep.
Ki ai me haere ki waho.
Ai.
But Nana, she'd say, haere ki te wai. If it's in the bathroom, haere ki reira.
He wai te wai.
Yeah, haere ki te wai. Kaua ki te kihini.
Kaua ki te kihini, ai.
Engari ki te whare horoi.
Yeah, kaua ko te heke tua.
Yeah, kau.
Kaua hoki ko te heke tua. Yeah.
Engari haere ki reira.
Kia ora.
And even some other things in there I didn't quite unpack, but you may have got a sense of the relationship between my mother and my auntie Uru makes a cameo in there.
Yes, yeah.
But that's something that was told to my mother. You know, you're going to walk in the Pākehā world, your younger sister walks in the Māori world. And, you know, she was like a second mother to me and my mentor and one of my biggest teachers in my life. Yeah, so things went around.
Yeah.
And my father's in there too because they had an interesting relationship.
Koe hoki tōna ingoa. Lindsay Glodden. Gee, hara mai.
Ana, hara mai, with an eye.
With an eye,
yeah, and I was told that by having toto Pākehā, that was part of why my mother was encouraged to marry a Pākehā.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't about marry a Pākehā and you'll have this life. It was about te taha wairua.
Oh, neha.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's lots of layers in there.
Lots of layers in there, yeah. Kamutu mimi te kia koe ko tō whānau.
Kia ora.
You know, he mea nui kia whakapuaki i ngā kōrero o tō whānau, eh?
Tēnā koe.
So, e mihi ana. And ko tā tātou waiata he whakakapi ake. Nā te iti kahurangi tēnei waiata, te hekinga o maruiwi. Whakarongo mai.
Let's
a befitting song.
Āna. A me mihi nā reo waiti o te iti kahurangi me te kaupapa.
Me te kaupapa.
Ana me te kaitito.
I think another big thing is, ki te kōrero te tangata mō rātou, ko wehe atu e pai ana, e pai ake, e pai kia whakahoki a rātou, kia oki. So pai tēnā.
Ana. Ai, moi mai rā kūtau.
Ai.
Engari tika tau. Rātou kia rātou, tātou kia tātou.
Tātou kia tātou. Tātou ko ngai taringa.
Ai. Nō reira, tēnā rā kūtau e te iwi, ka waihoa kei ko nei ngā kupu kōrero, hoi anō ko a māua mihi e rere tonu ana i runga i ngā au mihi o te aroha. Tēnā kūtau, i o kūtau taringa, hei kona maira.
Hei kona.
Bit whakaronga, bit kari, gather up close everybody, buddy. Yeah, tahuri mai ki au, whakarongo ki te tangi a te kori mako, kōrero flowing out the hooker force, kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds, kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā kona whakapiri mai ki te, kaupapa tino whakahira, whakarongo pi kari mai, hare mai, o Taringa, hare mai, we gotta gather up close everybody, gather up close everybody. Kani move that body, kani move that body.
Taringa. He mea tuku nā te wānanga o Aotearoa, nā te māngai pāho I tautoko. To listen to more episodes, search for us on your podcast app and subscribe. Taringa, whakarongo mai.